this is Stephanie, your CSA coach, and this is the next video in our Instapot training for our Instapot challenge. This one is going to focus on our quick release option. So there's two different ways to release the pressure in an Instapot. One is a natural release, and we talked about that in a different video. Basically, that's just letting the pressure naturally release and you don't have to do anything. This video is going to focus on a quick release, which a lot of recipes call for. So I already have chicken cooking in my Instapot, and it's counting down, so you can see the screen says 1. It just finished, so luckily I caught that on video, so we know that it beeps. As soon as it beeps, I can quick release, and that involves the valve on the top. So if you're worried about, so on the top of the valve there's indentations, that's where the steam is going to come out. The steam is very hot, so the one thing you need to be careful of when you quick release pressure in the Instapot is to stay away from that valve with your hands or your arm. So the knob of the valve, you can simply push to one side or the other to vent it. So I'm gonna vent it right now. If you're worried about that steam, just use like a wooden spoon or a spatula to move it, but you don't have to. So as soon as I switch that valve, it begins releasing the steam. So this is called a quick release. So I'm releasing all that pressure inside of the Instapot, and it will take a little bit to get all the pressure gone. I always pull, like I have the cabinets right here, and that's where I cook. My Instapot is generally pushed back when I'm using it. So when I go to quick release it, I pull it to the front of the cabinet so that I'm not releasing that pressure underneath the cabinets, and all that moisture will go right under the cabinets. It just goes up now and into the air. So as that quick releases, you'll start to hear it die down. It won't be as strong of pressure releasing. So we can kind of hear it dying down a little bit. And it just takes a few minutes to totally release that pressure. Once it's completely done, it will be safe to open up the lid. So you can look at the valve now. At first we had a lot of moisture coming out of there and steam coming out of there. You can't hardly see anything. There still is a little bit that I can hear, so I know it's not totally done. When you're using the different recipes, just look at the recipe. I like to read all my Instapot recipes all the way through before I start to do them, just because I want to know, am I naturally letting it release, which takes a little bit longer? Am I quickly releasing it? So it helps with the timing of everything. If you have side dishes planned and stuff, you're making a meal, then you can time that based on whether you're doing a natural release or a quick release. The quick release is sometimes also called a manual release because we're actually manually moving that valve to the sealed position and releasing it rather than letting it naturally. So it is done. There's no more noise coming out of it. There's no more steam coming out of it. It should be safe for me to open. When you open, because we've been cooking in this, we want to stay away from the metal parts of the lid, so I want to use the plastic part of the lid. And that is it. When you lift the lid off, again, be careful of the steam because it's hot inside, but it's cooked and ready to go. So that is our quick release of the Instapot.